Paris, late 18th century. The city smells of bread, sewage, and fear. Crime is everywhere, but not all killers lurk in alleyways. Some wear clean coats and speak softly. Jean-Baptiste Desrues was one of them. Desrues wasn't born a monster. He was born poor, painfully poor, in a society where wealth meant survival. By his 30s, he was desperate, drowning in debt, and furious at a world that rewarded nobility and crushed everyone else. So he created a solution. Desrues and his wife opened a small lodging house on the outskirts of Paris. To neighbors, they were polite, helpful, generous, the kind of couple you'd trust without question. And that's exactly what made them dangerous. Desrues targeted wealthy women traveling alone, widows, unmarried ladies, women managing their own inheritances. He offered them affordable rooms, warm meals, and helped managing their finances while they stayed in Paris. To his victims, he appeared kind, almost fatherly. What they didn't know was that Desrues had already prepared their final meal. In 1777, a woman named Madame de la Motte arrived in Paris to settle a property dispute. She had money, jewelry, and legal documents, and no family nearby. Desrues welcomed her personally. That evening, he served her wine. It was laced with poison. Madame de la Motte died slowly, violently, choking in her rented bed while the man she trusted listened from the other room. But murder wasn't enough. Desrues' new bodies raised questions. So he dismembered her, not in panic, but carefully. He wrapped her remains in parcels and buried them in shallow graves across the countryside, believing distance would erase suspicion. Then he did something chilling. He sold her belongings, forged her signature, and even wrote letters pretending she was still alive, telling friends she had extended her stay. For weeks, no one noticed she was gone. But Desrues grew greedy. Soon, other women disappeared after staying at his lodging house. Rumors spread, neighbors whispered, and finally, a suspicious notary alerted authorities when forged documents crossed his desk. Police raided Desrues' home. They found jewelry hidden beneath floorboards, clothing burned in the fireplace, and human remains buried in the garden. When confronted, Desrues did not scream. He did not cry. He calmly denied everything. At trial, witnesses described him as polite, well-spoken, and impossible to imagine as a killer. Until the evidence spoke. Desrues was convicted of murder, fraud, forgery, and desecration of corpses. Crime so horrific that Paris demanded a public execution. On May 6, 1777, Jean-Baptiste Desrues was broken on the wheel, one of France's most brutal punishments. His limbs were shattered with iron bars before death. Witnesses said he remained silent to the end. No confession, no remorse, just a quiet man who had turned kindness into a weapon.